Hello everyone, very good morning. I am Vishal from Divya Ability. So, as you all know guys कि आज हम लोग एक वेबिनार आप लोगों के लिए लेके आए हैं on the topic sports. But before that, first of all, Happy Republic Day to all. Okay, क्योंकि आज 26 जनवरी एंड आई होप आप लोग भी अपने सेलिब्रेशंस कर रहे होंगे. So मेरा भी थोड़ा सा बैकग्राउंड नॉइज है, so आई एम रियली एक्सट्रीमली सॉरी फॉर दैट. एंड कमिंग टू दिव्या एबिलिटी के बारे में थोड़ा सा हम लोग जान लेते हैं. तो गाइज वी आर रजिस्टर्ड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, एज एन एनजीओ हम लोग रजिस्टर्ड है. ऑलमोस्ट 1 ईयर होने वाला है. 2024 में हमारा रजिस्टर हुआ था. वी हैव ऑफिशियल सोशल मीडिया पेजेस एंड ऑल्सो आवर वेबसाइट, यूट्यूब चैनल, सब कुछ है. और दिव्या एबिलिटी मेनली गाइज बहुत सारी चीज़ों में हेल्प करता है. लाइक courses we offer related to technology, finance, tally, accounting related courses and other things. If you want to improve your communication skills वगैरह. Okay, and also guys, we offer like help इन स्क्राइब एंड अदर थिंग्स ऑल्सो. लाइक आप लोगों को पता है कि राइटर वगैरह में इश्यू होता है, तो आप शिवकांत सर के साथ कभी भी कांटेक्ट कर सकते हो. सर विल डेफिनेटली हेल्प यू इन राइटर. मोस्ट ऑफ द सिटीज आर कवर्ड, सो अगर आपको कभी भी राइटर में या अदर चीज़ों में हेल्प चाहिए, यू कैन कनेक्ट विद सर. ओके, या दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड. तरुषि मैम विल कंटिन्यू. So मैम, I request you give intro of our today's speaker.
Thank you, Vishal. So, yeah, good morning, everyone, and very, very happy Republic Day to one and all. And first of all, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for making efforts and giving us the commitment and taking out of your schedule. And let me welcome Nidhi, ma'am, our speaker for today's webinar. I think she is a true inspiration and a true example of how one can manage different things and excel in all the domains of the life. So, giving a brief introduction about her, she's an assistant professor. She's a para athlete, international player. At the same time, she's a PhD holder, and list will go on. Talking about her achievements, she has 150 plus medals, a bronze at Asian Games 2018, and the list will go on. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, very good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, first of all, thank you for giving us the time and very happy Republic Day. And now we would like to start the webinar. And first of all, we all would like to know about your journey.
Okay, so very good morning, everyone, and wishing you all a very happy Republic Day. It's the 76th Republic Day of India, and I wish and I pray that we all contribute towards the development and growth of our nations. Uh, of course, we are youth, so we are going to be important pillars of of course, our nation, that is India. About me, I am Dr. Niddhi Mishra, and I am from Varanasi. I hope at least people have heard the name Varanasi or Kashi. So I belong to the place named Kashi, the ancient city, and I came to Delhi for my education. I did my schooling from Delhi, and then I did my undergrads from Delhi University. And then I pursued my post graduation, MPhil, and PhD from Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi. Um, After that, I worked in education department in Delhi, and then I went on to uh, join history department and at the Central University of Allahabad, and currently I am working at Shaheed Bhagat Singh College, Delhi University in history department. So this is about my academic journey. I started taking part in different sports tournaments when I joined Delhi University in 2010 for my undergraduate course, because I wasn't really aware of the this domain called para sports. So earlier, when I was in school, I used to take part in badminton. I could see a bit then, and I was studying in quote unquote mainstream school. So I used to play with other kids, but gradually my eyesight began to deteriorate, and then I was not left with so many options. And somebody told me that, okay, there is something called para sports, and some of my friends took me to the trials. That was sudden. I wasn't really aware of any of this, specialization and how these events are conducted, but that was good. So I came to Delhi University. I went for a tournament, and it went well. And from there, my sports journey started. And today I'm here, and I'm happy for the insights that one of my friends those days provided me about the sports. Yeah.
Okay, so that's great, ma'am. It's very important to have good friends, and I think this is the best example we can have in today's world. And as you mentioned, you were not aware about the domain of para athletes. So, how you gradually, went into it, and how you explored.
Uh, Actually, I couldn't hear the question. The voice was cracking. You weren't really audible.
Am I audible right now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's fine now.
Okay, so ma'am, my question is, when you initially heard about the domain of para athletes, how you went into it and how you explored different things around this?
Okay, so para sports is the term that we use for this domain collectively. And then in para sports, you have different um, uh, specializations, let's say athletics, and then you have badminton, and then you have shooting, and you have so many other games. For me, as I have mentioned earlier, that I wasn't really aware of these things. So I went ahead and I took part in athletics, especially running, because running is very basic and you don't really need any other extra assistance or extra training, at least, in the beginning. So I went on and I participated until 2017. I kept taking part in running because that was the only thing I could, you know, uh, do. I just needed a competition partner who could run with me, and then I continued with this event. Although now since it's 2025, and I know that there are so many other things, so many other sports, so many other activities I could do, I could choose from. But if we talk about the sports domain itself, I could join shooting, I could have done swimming, I could have done many other things that I did not really know of back then. But
Offers
yeah,
Badminton Avenue.
sorry.
Is there anyone want to ask anything? Ma'am, carry on.
Okay,
Guys, please keep yourself on mute.
so for me, that was something that made me feel good, because as I mentioned, I could see a bit earlier when I was young, and my eyesight began to deteriorate. So I was dealing with so many other issues. I was going through some transformations. I had to shift from mainstream schools to the special one, and then I was shifting from print, reading material to the braille and screen readers. So during those days, this sports was something I could rely on. It made me feel good, because earlier I used to play badminton. This was not badminton, this was just running. But still, it made me feel good that, okay, I'm doing something. I used to run in the ground with my friends, anybody, any classmate or any other companion. So that made me feel good, that made me psychologically strong back then. And about the choice of the events, I still feel that the sooner athletes or the youngsters are provided with the better guidance, the better options they have in this field as a career. When they take up sports, they should be provided with proper guidance, proper information, so that they can, based on their skills, their interests, and their abilities, they can be, you know, um, taken in different fields of sports. Let's say somebody is very tall, and somebody's his or her physique is very athletic. He's very quick, or she is very quick, and he has height and a little bit of weight, the bulk. That person can easily be taken in the throwing field, like throwing events. Javelin, he or she can do very good javelin, or discus throw, or shot put. So those things were not there with me. Nobody was there to guide me then. So things came to me naturally. It took me time. I made some mistakes. There were some delays, of course, because I was not doing the right kind of event that I should have done. But I learned a lot from those things. So what my take is that, of course, I could not do so many things that I wanted to do, but now I know of so many things. I have so many people around me, so I can at least guide them better. And for myself as well, I'm still exploring. I keep trying new things, and if possible, of course, I'll choose some other specialization as well, as and when it's required. Yeah, there is she.
Ma'am, I'm a strong believer in this. Like, people like you will come up and will guide students, will guide new athletes about different opportunities, different sports, and how they can, get training about these sports and all. So, yeah, I think awareness is something that can solve things at early stages. And sometimes things come late in our lives, but people like you will solve these kind of challenges and obstacles for the coming generation. So grateful to you, and will hope that you will be sharing your light to everyone. And ma'am, as you mentioned some sports and some specific games, can you put light about the trainings that we are available with around different sports in which person with visual impairment can get and have good training?
Yeah, this is very important, and thank you for this question. See, in para sports, especially for those who are totally blind, or who cannot see at all, for category of these athletes, we have comparatively few options. In athletics, you have running. You can take part in all kinds of running, starting from 100 meters to 200, 400, 800, 1500, 5000 meters, and then 10 kilometers as well. This is basic. Then you have field events. You can take part in discus throw, shot put, javelin throw, long jumps. Then we cannot, as athletes of F11 category, the technical term for the athletes of this category, especially in athletics, is F11. So F11 cannot take part in high jumps. They cannot take part in pole vault. But uh, other athletes, like, let's say, those who are orthopedically challenged, they can take part in these events. uh, Other than athletics, we have some other events, and they are now very popular in India since long. Like, different countries are taking part in these so many events from 70s or 60s, and we in India do not really have proper teams for these events. We are not really sending any teams in these events, like goal ball is specifically made for visually impaired athletes, and this is a team event. This is a very good event. Those who are quick, those who can throw a ball which is not too heavy, it's 1.25 kgs ball, and you have to play this game in a court, just like a badminton court. You have a court, and there are three athletes each in both the teams, and they throw the ball from this court to that one, and you have to place the ball in a goal, and the other team protects it. So this is another interesting event that is now popular in India, and we are looking forward to sending our team to Olympics. This is an Olympic event. Okay, before getting into the specializations, I would briefly tell you about the events, so that you know why I am mentioning about these events. So Olympic is the highest level of tournament that we have globally. So those event, uh, like normally you must have seen in Olympics there are so many events, and chess is not part of Olympics. uh, at least it was not. I'm not sure if it's still there or not, but earlier chess was not part of Olympic games. Even cricket was not part of Olympic games. So uh, football is not there. FIFA has its own um, you know functioning. So in para sports as well, Olympic is the highest level of tournament that athletes are sent to and they take part in. And then they declare some events. The Olympic Committee, IPC, that's called International Paralympic Committee, they have a list of events. They issue uh, some, new amendments, and they come up with the list of events that they are going to recognize for upcoming sessions. So from there, every year we look at the list, and then we decide, okay, this is the event that is going to be in. Uh,
పారాలింపిక్స్ గురించి చెప్తున్నారు.
yes.
పారాలింపిక్స్ గురించి చెప్పండి.
So uh, now, when you know that Olympic at the IPC, the body that governs these tournaments is called IPC. So IPC declares the list, and then athletics is there for visually impaired athletes as well, of course. Cycling is there. Cycling is another important and very promising event that's now gaining some popularity in India. I would not say that it is popular, but it is gaining some popularity, and those with visual impairment can certainly try to get into this event. This is very interesting and very good event where you can excel and of course win medal as well in the Olympics. This is another Olympic event that we have, and we are still not sending our athletes in these events. uh, Third, I think another important event would be, and I'm mentioning about these events because these events are not popular in India. Nobody knows. And we are not sending in our teams in these events. We are not, since we are not participating in these events, so we are not winning medals as well in the Olympics. So you have great chance if you start taking part in these events and you represent India in Olympics, you can certainly win medals. Another important event would be shooting. Shooting is now introduced for visually impaired athletes as well. Earlier, it wasn't. Now, a visually impaired athlete can also take part in shooting. And you have different, very specialized, very specific kind of equipment that's available to train you. Train us, by the way, not you, but specifically, I'm not saying you, but yeah, personally, for visually impaired athletes, there is a very specialized kind of equipment and training centers. It's there in Delhi as well. So we can, based on our interest, we can join that. Swimming is already there, and we had some very good athletes from India who were doing well in swimming, but presently we don't really have a good uh, representation from India, especially for visually in visually impaired categories. So that is another important event that is that lacks athletes from India. Judo, recently popularized. You must have heard one guy about one guy, Kapil. I think his name is Kapil. He recently won medal in judo in Olympics. So this is another important and very promising event that has come up recently. Uh, then chess is already there. You all are aware of it. There were some events like, just like goal ball, we also had tempin ball. There is another event, but that is not that doesn't figure in IPC list frequently. So sometimes it just happens that for some sessions this event is there on the list, and you can easily take part in that, but this time, for example, it's not there. So these are some of the events apart from like other than athletics that we can try and we can take part in cricket and football, kho and kabaddi, and these team games are already there. I'm sure everybody is aware of all these games, but these games are very popular already in India. These were few games that are not really popular, but people must try and start taking part in these events. uh, archery is another important event. We are working on it, that very soon you will have blind athletes uh, uh, taking part in archery as well. For now, just shooting is available for this category, but uh, very soon we will have people coming from visually impaired category as well who will be taking part in archery. So this is again very important and very interesting event that um, would be there for us to take part in and send in our teams. Yeah.
Okay, so, ma'am, to summarize this, I think running is something from which a person can kickstart a journey and can do something from scratch. And as you mentioned, I think there's still so much of potential which is untapped, and there is a long way to go, as there are so many events in which upcoming, aspiring athletes can work and excel into. And about your journey, something which is making me fascinated is that there must be so many challenges and obstacles you have countered during these years. So I would like to know about those challenges and how you tackled them.
Yeah, okay. So let me just put it this way. I am a female and a visually impaired female. So there are two things. And with these two things comes additional responsibilities, additional challenges. One being a female, and that too with visual impairment. And that is why I will tell you, in even in sports field, 11 is the category that is assigned to visually impaired athletes in all the events across the para sports. 11. So that's the lowest category. And why it is considered as the lowest category? Because we have got the most of the challenges amongst all. So we, as a visually impaired athletes, have to work really hard. We really have to struggle a lot to reach to from starting from reaching to the stadiums. So for me, let's if I tell you about my own journey. uh, we all know that we really have to train. Everybody mentions that, okay, you have to be consistent, you really have to be disciplined, you have to be determined, and that's fine. That's actually correct. But when it comes to sports persons who are blind or visually impaired, and I'm not saying that other athletes who are orthopedically challenged don't face any struggles or difficulties, but for us, uh, it's much higher. So what happens? Suppose I want to go to stadium for training every day. I will have to make arrangements in order to go to the stadium if I don't have proper infrastructure. Nowadays we have Uber, we have Ola, we have so many online taxi booking services. We can book it and then we can reach stadium. But even then, in order to catch the cab that will take you to the stadium, you will have to make sure that you are reaching the right point, or you are able to communicate to the driver properly that, okay, you bhaiya, you come here, and you are not really sure if the driver will come and pick you up accordingly. He may be bad, he might deny your request. And even when you get down at the stadiums are not really uh, accessible enough that you're able to get down to the cab and then you directly reach to the throwing field. It won't happen. You will certainly require some assistance who will then take you to the throwing arena. Then After that, when you reach to the throwing arena, you take your equipment, somebody has to be there to tell you that this is the right spot where you have to stand, and from there you have to throw. And once you throw it, again you will need someone who can just bring that equipment back to you. So first thing is, you always need an assistant. 100%, a person who can see, can go on his own or go on her own. They can bring in their own equipments, they can travel the way they want. We can't. If I have to arrange for the assistance, I'll have to spend some money, because nobody has extra time who can just spend with you, uh, just stay with you for, let's say, 3 4 5 hours a day, and just keep on assisting you without any incentives. People are there, your friends are there, but that's not really good way to, have assistance and continue with the professional thing. So you have to spend there. Secondly, as I mentioned, we cannot travel in public transport easily, because in Delhi as well, if you have to catch the bus, you will have to have someone who can tell you which bus number is this, if it is safe or not. You don't know. You have to get down at one particular spot. If there is no one to tell you, you would continue traveling, and then you will get down at some different stand, and that will create chaos. So you're going to take part in a training session, and if your mind is occupied with these many things, how will you perform? You won't. And as a female, just imagine, you have additional challenge, the safety concern. So for people like us, and at least what I have felt is, I faced so many challenges. I wanted to go and train, let's say in the evening, but I won't be able to go there. One, because I am a female. Any female, even if she is not blind, would not be feeling really safe to travel alone during evening hours and go to the stadium to train. And for me, who cannot see as well, that was impossible. Secondly, you have to have a trainer, a coach. So for people with visual impairment, having a good coach who can understand you, who can explain things to you in a accessible way, in a way under, that is understandable to you, is very difficult. I'll give you an example. Suppose a person can see, a team of students are there who can see, and his or her their coach is just telling them, "Ki, okay, twist your leg like this." He's showing them by doing it himself. They can see and do it. But for us, we cannot do that until and unless somebody comes to me, holds my leg, and help me do it manually. Once, I won't be able to understand what he's saying. So having a coach, a trainer of that quality, again, is a big challenge. Thirdly, about the society and their perception. If I am going to the stadium, I am training, I have got a coach, okay, fine, I'm spending a lot of money, I have got the taxi, everything, I'm spending on paying fee to my coach and everything. You will have so many people in the stadium looking towards you and thinking, oh, look at her coach, how he is touching her. They won't understand that she is blind and she won't be able to see her coach performing the action himself if he is not touching her leg and explaining it to her. So, especially in India, this stigma is still there. People, and I'm sure this happens because of the lack of awareness, and also because of the kind of specific, perception that we have about the women. So I find it very difficult to, uh, cope up with these things. And especially when you have these many things going on in your mind, you are dealing with these issues every day. You make efforts to go to the stadium, you have arranged for your assistance, you have arranged for your transportation, you have arranged for the coach, and then this when these things come to you, you hear about these things like, oh, this person was saying it. Hey, look at them, what they're doing. Look at them, how they are holding hands. So this hurts, you cannot go on telling people that no, I'm blind, and that is why, because they will have their own sort of solutions to you that would sound absolutely stupid, but then they would keep on telling you these things. So these are the issues that, and specifically this is about the field. And there are so many other additional things, like you, I am an athlete, but I was a student, I'm a working professional. So those things also go hand in hand, because you have to perform, you have to prove that, okay, this is my passion and I'll do it no matter what. So then you have to face some challenges. But for any female athlete, these are some of the very basic things that she goes through every day. And trust me, if these things are taken care of well, our female athletes will do much, much better than they are doing now. Because this affects your mental health to great extent. You don't really focus on your performance. You're so conscious of thoughts that, okay, if I go out in a public transport or even in a cab, will I be safe or not? If I get down and ask for help, would that person be helping me professionally? Or if would face any challenges even there. So if your mind is occupied with these many things, how will you focus on your training? How would you focus on the movements of your body while throwing? You won't be able to do it. That's going to be absolutely chaotic. So yeah, these were some of the very basic things that I personally still feel that, okay, it's very challenging for me, or I really want that people should understand and let us focus on good thing rather than these things. Yeah, Tarushi.
Ma'am, I really got goosebumps, and being a female, I could say, can completely understand you and relate you. How you explained about the concern of safety and how we become conscious and occupied about so many things when we are traveling, when we are around, unknown people, and at our workplaces, and how people judge us without knowing the reality and the challenges we are facing. And I really appreciate how people don't put these things on table. They discuss about your success and about the glory you achieved, and the struggle and the challenges which we face behind the story and the stages. Sometimes it becomes very disheartening and depressing, and really salute, ma'am, how you managed different things. Like, for a person, reaching stadium and reaching to the position to play is a challenge. Then it is something, need a very very deep passion, and that is something like we all can feel in you. And meanwhile you were sharing this, a question came to my mind is, who was your idol during this? Means you must be, kept some idol in your mind so that it keeps you motivated for the struggles and challenges.
uh yeah, people sometimes I have got these questions in my previous interviews. So I think I have learned this from my own family. My parents, especially my father, he, always told me that, okay, you have, we all have challenges in life and you have to deal with it. And I realized it. Okay, this is my life. I got to decide. I have this option to decide whether I want to sit back and think, okay, things are challenging outside, so let's stay inside and do nothing, or just I should go out, face the challenges, try to deal with that. If possible, I would also come up with the solution, but I won't sit just and think that okay, things are not good outside, so I would not go. So my inspiration are always my that it has always come from my own family, especially my father and my mother. I have so many people in the sports field as well who inspire me. Like I admire Saina Nehwal so much. Then uh, of course we have so many cricketers, but I admire Saina Nehwal so much. Now PV Sindhu is there, of course. But personally, in my personal life, I think I learned from my own family, from their teachings and their lessons more than I learned from these celebrities.
Yeah, truly, ma'am, a supportive family is something, uh, can give this kind of inspiration and this kind of help, specifically to a female. So yeah, I completely, can relate this, because in our society it becomes difficult, for families as well to support their daughters. So, yeah. And ma'am, my next question is, as you mentioned about some equipments and some technology. So, can you put a light on this? How equipments are available for us, and what is the assistive technology and recent advancement going on this field?
Okay, specifically in the sports field and for visually impaired athletes, as I mentioned, in shooting, you have some assistive devices available that helps you identify the target. So that's there. But most of the assistive technology and the assistive devices are available for people with orthopedic disabilities. So they have some artificial limbs, they have some different sort of the wheelchairs, the tables. And for us, especially for those with visual impairment, we especially for the sports, performing sports, we don't really have, at least I have not come across any revolutionary technology that helps us with training or helps us with uh, performing any specific task on ground. In gyms, we have some machines that are now accessible. For example, uh, you must have seen gym cycles. So there are many of them. There they those cycles are now accessible. You can operate them on your own, even if they have LCDs and proper, fully functional the LCD. You have so many other machines as well that would help you exercise on your own without any assistance. They are a bit expensive, but they're weighing machines. Of course, you can use it for other purposes as well, but especially uh, if you are into sports and if you have to perform your workout every day, you have to check your BMI, you have to do all these things. So these devices become absolutely important. And as I mentioned earlier, the uh, Ola and Uber and those things. So these apps are very important, revolutionary for us, because as much as a wheelchair is important for a person who is wheelchair bound, availability of these accessible apps are for us visually impaired athletes. Uh, Other than these, at least I'm not able to remember or recall any such assistive device that really is, playing role in our lives during trainings or workouts.
Ma'am, as you mentioned, you have played different games and sports. So, like, have you felt that these are the, loopholes, or these are the gaps on which technology can be, built around and can help us?
Huh, of course. There can be so many new innovations in the field of sports, like, for example, suppose I am a blind athlete and I have to run, and I always need a companion to run with me. And as you know that for running you need to have a partner who can run like you, who should be fit like you cannot have anybody from the ground. You cannot pick up anyone randomly who can run with you. You need to have a professional companion. So if some innovations can be introduced that help us identify the path, or at least the tracks can be designed in such a way where we can jog, run on our own. For throwing as well, they can have some innovations where we can just throw the equipment, and like we have these days a robo who can clean our house on its own. So why can't we have some similar technology that can help us train independently on ground, from bringing in our equipments back to help us run, to perform exercises, to locate different spots in the ground, and for different events, uh, such as the shooting, or the um, uh, other non-athletic events. But especially for athletics, I think there is so much that can be done. And if those sort of things are introduced in India and globally as well, because I think we don't really have any such innovation or assistive technology at place that can help athletes with visual impairment perform, train independently. And but this can be done pretty much uh, easily, and this would bring a lot of good change.
Yes, ma'am, as you mentioned the example of these cleaning robots, uh, I think the way self-driven cars are working is something we can adopt here. Like
Yeah,
how how we are going on the track, where the target is. So I think any technology can club with this area of athletes and can help in training and all.
of
And
course, of course. If they start thinking in this direction, I think they can they can do so much for para athletes.
For sure, ma'am, I would like to discuss this area with you later on. And as an organization, we would love to pitch this with big giants, big tech giants, because until and unless they won't come up, they won't take a step into this, as it is a niche market. There is a limited audience for this. So we have to keep on hammering to these giants and all, so that in future we could see upcoming athletes getting help out of this. So, ma'am, yeah, I would like to discuss this later with you. And let's move to the next question, because this is a topic we can talk on, in very detail. And
Mhm.
the thing is, when we are into these kind of struggles and journeys, there are so many myths and misconception which is bubbling around us, from the people of our community, from our relatives, from our society. So what are the few myths and misconceptions that you faced and you encountered? I would like to know about that.
Okay, so I am sure everybody would agree with me that there are two sets of people primarily around us. One who would glorify you for every small thing that you do. If you have pick up the glass and you keep it somewhere else, they will be glorifying you like anything. Oh my God, look at her. And then there will be some people who would always be in the in the mindset that okay, these are becharas, becharis, koi baat nahi, are you, whatever you do, no matter how exceptional scholar you are, how exceptional banker you are, how exceptional student you are, they will have this kind of mindset. Okay, they get everything so easily, and if even if they're getting, okay, they are becharas, वो क्या क्या हो सकता है इनको तो वैसे ही. So these two kinds of people are around us everywhere in India. My misconceptions, uh, I personally, talking about few. So you must have, everybody must have heard of this phrase where people generally say they have a sixth sense. इनको सब कुछ समझ आ जाता है, ये जो है, इन्हें म्यूजिक बहुत अच्छा आता है, दे सिंग वेरी वेल, एंड ऑल्सो दैट कोई भी आएगा और without telling the name, without introducing them to you, they you would know that okay, this is the person. तो ये सारी चीजें तो बेसिकली होती ही हैं, बट मेरी मेरी लाइफ में भी दिस इज नॉट अनकॉमन. सिंस आई एम टीचिंग इन अ यूनिवर्सिटी, यू वोंट, you know, um, imagine even my students are there who come up to me and say, ma'am, this is what we have heard, is this true? You recognize all of us even if we don't tell you who we are in class. And so this is part of our day to day life. A misconception, when I started taking part in sports, when I you know started my job, so then there were people who who were uh, saying it. I heard it from one of my relative, and they were like कि इन्हें जो है, अ, सरकार जो है, गवर्नमेंट जो है, वो सब कुछ ऐसे ही दे देती है, so they have got everything बहुत easily, they don't have to work. Second, she's teaching. If I'm blind and I'm teaching, or in my case I was teaching, of course, so they have this misconception that a blind only teaches blind students. So these are two very basic things or basic misconceptions that people generally have. And I this question comes to me almost uh, you know uh, every second interaction, that people say, okay, you must be teaching those who are like you. They don't even say that, okay, visually impaired students, they would say like you. So still people still have this kind of mindset. We are talking about inclusion, we are talking about holistic development, we are talking about so many other things, but majority of the population or majority of the people who are around us, because of the lack of interaction, they don't know what our life is like. So for them it is either a glory or a pity. There is nothing in between. So see, the such misconceptions, such stereotyping is bound to happen. So this is uh, I'm no exception to it. I face these things almost regularly.
So much is something on which I can relate. Like I'm also working, so people think for us it is a very low hanging fruit to get a good job. है ना,
Yeah.
मतलब द थिंग यू मेंशन कि इन्हें तो सब कुछ सरकार दे देती है, इनका तो कोटा होता है, दीज गाइस हैव रिजर्वेशंस, इनका तो कट ऑफ ही कुछ नहीं जाता, दे कैन इजीली गेट इनटू जॉब्स जिनके लिए जनरल पीपल आर एक हो जाता है नॉर्मल लोग, है ना,
Hmm. Hmm.
for which normal people are struggling too much, they get it in attempt or two. So yeah, this is something. And the thing you mentioned is pity wala, like people around me, my colleagues are like कि बिचारी कैसे करती है and all. So yeah, this is something we have to struggle, I think, every day, or even I should say every hour, meeting new people.
Yeah.
And yeah, people have this thing, गा तो तुम अच्छा लेती ही होगी, अरे like why? मतलब, so yeah, this is something I think we can all relate and we are facing.
Hmm.
And to wrap up this quickly, because I think talk with you for hours and hours, and feeling the constraint of time, I would like to ask last question to you. What advice you would give to the upcoming athletes, upcoming academicians, and upcoming youth of today, so that they can get better opportunities at earlier stages? and how can they keep themselves motivated because journey is too long?
Yeah. So, first of all, we are humans, we are individuals, and we all, no matter our family, society, friends, whatever they say, but it's you who should be confident of yourself first. And you should be aware of your likings, your passions, and your dislikes. Be absolutely clear on that. I have experienced this, that if I am adamant on something, that okay, I want to pursue this field, like in I want to pursue sports besides academics, I would do that no matter what. So first, be master of your own life. Don't think, don't really feel okay, no, no, he or she should come and help me. If you need help, go out and straightforward ask them, I need this, could you please help me with this? If you can, good. If you can't, it's fine, I'll help, I'll ask, I'll look for somebody else who can help me. So accept yourself first. Second, you are master of your own life, you're master of your own destiny. This is a journey which is going to be only yours. So if something good happens to you, everybody will appreciate you. If something bad happens to you, nobody will own it for you. So you need to be clear on this first. Secondly, whatever passion you have, suppose in my case it was sports. So I didn't really, nobody had to push me there, because I knew that I want to do this. So even if I am uh, you know uh, busy with my academics, I was doing research, I was attending classes, uh, it was challenging for me, but it was my passion that kept me going. So I identified, I thought about it, and I was very clear that no matter what, I will continue with sports as well. So second, the third thing would be, if you have thought it clearly, and you know that singing is your passion, or sports is your passion, or anything you feel is your passion, just stick to it. Be consistent with it. You'll feel happy no matter you are upset with your job, no matter you are upset with your family, no matter you are upset with the society. Once you know go to the field, or go to the studio, or go to take part in the activity that you are interested in, everything will vanish. And that is how you achieve success. So you are master, you know what you like. So nobody will, you will not require anybody to push you. You will be motivated. Your self motivation will work for you. The next thing would be disciplined, because we have to be disciplined in our lives. This is what I have learned. uh, we really have to be consistent and disciplined. We cannot think today, I cannot think today ki I'll win medal in Olympics in 2028 and do nothing about it. If I don't do anything about it, if I don't take action, I will not achieve it ever. So, my passion, my interest, my responsibility. So, I'll take action. Challenges, about the challenges, I would say, see, I think it this way. As I mentioned, that this is my life, I'll make sure that I live it in a best way possible. Things are difficult for us, for most of us. We all have some or the other kind of challenge. I won't say that I am the person who has gone through so much and you don't have challenges. No, we all have challenges, set of difficulties. Difficult family, difficult society, difficult friends, difficult work culture. Just this, but this is part of it, the part of life. So don't feel demotivated, or don't give up. Always feel that, no, yeah, I why not, I can do everything. This might sound exaggerated, but trust me, once you start believing that, okay, this is my life, I'll make sure that I live it the best way possible, you will live it. And this is what I have experienced in my life. Practically, I am telling you. This is not just for the sake of mentioning it here, but this is how it is. So, do what you like, be humble and grateful with everybody, but don't compromise with your interests. Don't compromise with your passion. And don't wait for somebody to come to you and hold your hand and tell you, okay, okay. Don't like wait for somebody to come to you and then say, okay, okay, I'll do it for you. No, you do it. I am capable enough to do it for myself. If you are a believer, if you believe in Bhagwan or Ishwar or God, you know that this is what we have got. We are born with it. So if we have got it from Almighty, we will rather, make good use of it. We can do everything. If He has made us like this, तो कुछ तो अच्छा होगा. सब कुछ बुराई तो नहीं होगा. जितनी लिमिटेशन है उसके अलावा भी हम कुछ करेंगे. एक और इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज मैं आपको यहाँ पे बताऊं, हमेशा इसको ध्यान रखिएगा. आई लर्नड इट द हार्ड वे, बट आई थिंक दिस इज वेरी इम्पॉर्टेंट कि जब आप करियर में ग्रोथ करने लगते हैं, जब आप कॉलेज में आ गए, आपको करियर भी देखना है, यू हैव टू डील विद द वर्ल्ड. अपने पर्सनल और प्रोफेशनल दोनों डोमेन्स को इकट्ठे चैलेंज नहीं करिए. इफ यू आर अपसेट विद योर फैमिली, टॉक टू देम. Just tell them कि okay, this is what I'm going through. I don't like this. Don't open battles at both the fronts. This is going to be very difficult for you, for us, basically. And this is not just for visually impaired people, this is for everyone, because we really have to choose our battles carefully. And as a people with visual impairment, we have got some additional challenges, and family is something that can play a very major role in your life. So don't open, don't fight and at all the fronts to like simultaneously. You just have to sort things out. If you have good friend circle, stay good with them and seek their support. So collectively, I think if we follow all these things, if we take our action on time, if we think carefully, if we feel happy from inside, that's very important. Things are going to be beautiful. Yeah, that is she.
Yeah, ma'am, I absolutely agree. These are the things on which I think we should talk about more, because around us we, get advices which are, feel good factors,
Mm.
very easy to say and easy to listen. But yeah, these are the real issues, these are the real struggles in one's life. And yeah, I think first of all, discovering what your passion is very important, so that you can work on it, you can fight for that, and can take good actions around it. And yeah, family is something can give you, tremendous support in your life. So, ma'am, I'm really getting, overwhelmed, because there are so many things which I haven't asked you yet. And I think we can have a session of yours once again, because there are so many questions, there are so many topics which, I would love to discuss with. But yeah, running short of time, I would like to open the window for Q&A session, and I would request my listeners to ask their questions one by one.
Hello, ma'am. My question is I belong to multiple disability. I have a partially blindness
Mm-hmm.
in both my eyes, and my right leg is affected due to paralysis. So, in which Olympic Games am I eligible for? Could you please share?
Yeah, you can take part in most of the events. Since you are a partially blind person, so you will be eligible to take part in the categories of F12 or 13, or you can just take part in categories that are assigned to amputees, like 44, 45, 46. So you are very much eligible. I would suggest that you should start taking part. Which state are you from?
I am from Uttar Pradesh, but from last 5 years, currently I am residing in Delhi.
Residing in where?
Hello,
Okay. हाँ कहाँ रह
Delhi.
रहे हैं? Delhi. Okay. So in Delhi, we had state championship in December. I I think you missed it, but whenever it happens next time, you can go. They will assign you a category, but you are eligible. That's for sure. You take part in any state championship and get the category, and then you can, as per your interest, you can start participating.
Your voice was not audible. Could you please tell where do I need to go?
Uh, you actually, this year's state championship is over. So from here, you could have gone to nationals, but next year, in mostly in December or January, it happens. So in December or January, you have to search for Delhi State Para Athletics game. You would go there and you will get yourself classified. You will be given a category, and then you can start from there. Based on your performance, you will excel.
गुड मॉर्निंग मैम।
Good morning.
मैम मेरा नाम शारिक है।
Mhm.
मैम मैं उत्तर प्रदेश इलाहाबाद से रहने वाला हूँ। मैम
Mhm.
मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि क्या मैं मतलब मैं भी चाहता हूँ कि स्विमिंग सीखना, तो क्या मैं भी मतलब स्विमिंग कर सकता हूँ? एंड आई एम अ पार्शली ब्लाइंड पर्सन।
बिल्कुल 100%। आप बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं। एक काम करिए आप,
जी
पार्टिसिपेट करना जब आप शुरू करेंगे उससे पहले मैं आई वुड सजेस्ट यू कि आप ना
जी
यूट्यूब तो यूज़ करते होंगे।
जी 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 हाँ जी हाँ
एक बार यूट्यूब पे S2 S3 या सिंपली आप ये भी लिखेंगे स्विमिंग फॉर ब्लाइंड
अच्छा
टूर्नामेंट्स, आप उनके वीडियोस ज़रूर देखिएगा। फिर आप इतने कॉन्फिडेंट हो जाएँगे कि अरे ये इतने अच्छे से कर रहे हैं, मैं भी करूँगा। उसके बाद आप एक बार जब आप देख लेंगे, फिर
जी
आपके नियर बाय जो भी इलाहाबाद में आई थिंक हैं स्विमिंग, बहुत अच्छे-अच्छे स्विमिंग पूल्स हैं। एक बार समर्स आ जाएँ, तो आप वो
अच्छा
शुरू करिए। और
जी
फिर
जी
स्विमिंग की अच्छी टीम है इंडिया की, ब्लाइंड नहीं है कोई इंडिया में अभी मेल्स। आप बहुत
हम्म।
अच्छा कर सकते हैं। ऑस्ट्रेलियन स्विमिंग टीम इज़ वेरी गुड, जो
जी
पैरा की है। आप बिना लेट किए शुरू कर सकते हैं, बिल्कुल कीजिए।
जी, जी। मैम मैं एक चीज़ और पूछना चाहता हूँ, इलाहाबाद में मतलब अगर आप कोई रिकमेंड कर सकती हो, कोई अगर आप बता
स्विमिंग
सकती
के
हो?
लिए
जी, 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 हाँ जी, हाँ।
स्विमिंग के लिए एग्ज़ैक्टली मुझे इलाहाबाद का पैरा के लिए मुझे नहीं पता। बस
अच्छा।
स्विमिंग पूल वहाँ पे जो भी होंगे। आपको स्विमिंग आती है या स्विमिंग भी सीखनी है अभी?
मैं स्टार्ट करना चाहता हूँ, मैं मतलब मैं तो ऐसे मैं गिटार प्लेयर हूँ, लेकिन मैं मेरा इंटरेस्ट स्विमिंग में भी है, तो
अच्छा।
मैं जी हाँ, जी हाँ।
देखिए नॉर्मल पहले आप स्विमिंग जैसे सीख लेंगे, तो कोई भी
जी,
स्विमिंग पूल में जब आप स्विमिंग सीखने जाते हैं, तो वहाँ जो उनके इंस्ट्रक्टर्स होते हैं, वो आपको सिखाते हैं। आप उन्हें बस ये बताएँ कि आई कांट सी, मुझे थोड़ी सी एडिशनल हेल्प करिए आप। तो सीखना बहुत आसान है। पहले आप सीख लेंगे, उसके बाद जो स्विमिंग को इंडिया में पैरा स्विमिंग को जो देखते हैं प्रोफेशनली, उनके साथ आप वैसे सर्च भी कर सकते हैं। स्विमिंग का इंडिया में जो
जी,
वेबसाइट
जी।
है, और एक डबास सर हैं, वो हेड हैं इसके। दिल्ली में काफ़ी सारे सेंटर्स भी हैं। एक बार आप स्विमिंग पहले सीख लीजिए बेसिक, फिर उसके
अच्छा,
बाद आप प्रोफेशनली शुरू कर सकते हैं।
ओके मैम, ओके, ओके।
जी,
तो ये समर से स्टार्ट होगा, आई थिंक मार्च
अप्रैल
अप्रैल
से।
अप्रैल
हाँ
से।
जी,
ठीक ठीक, मैं करूँगा पक्का।
बिल्कुल कीजिए, बहुत अच्छा गेम है ये।
ओके मैम, थैंक यू।
हम्म।
हेलो मैम।
हेलो।
यस मैम, मेरा नाम पूजा है। मैम आई जस्ट वांटेड टू आस्क कि इज देयर एनी एज लिमिट फॉर दिस मैम टू जॉइन द स्पोर्ट्स एंड ऑल?
No, no, no. In para sports, you don't have any age limit. As long as you can perform, you can continue playing.
Okay, one more question, ma'am. I have my sister. I am partially blind, and my sister is totally. So, in what this field she can go, ma'am, in sports? Like,
ओके सो क्योंकि वो टोटली ब्लाइंड है और देर आर टू थिंग्स, एक उनका इंटरेस्ट क्या है, सेकेंडली उनका जो फिजिक वगैरह क्या है। तो शी हैज़ टू, अगर वो एथलेटिक्स में जैसे इंटरेस्टेड हैं तो एक बार उनको ग्राउंड पे जाना होगा। शी शुड मीट एनी कोच जो थोड़ा सा ये बता सकें कि इनका किस गेम में ज़्यादा एक्सेल करने का चांस है ना? अगर वो
yes.
ज़्यादा स्प्रिंटिंग अच्छा कर सकती हैं तो स्प्रिंट करेंगी। थ्रो के लिए अगर वो ज़्यादा सूटेबल है उनको तो थ्रो, या फिर उनका खुद का अगर मान लीजिए एथलेटिक्स में, क्योंकि यू नीड टू हैव अ पर्टिकुलर काइंड ऑफ फिजिक कि आपको थ्रो करना है तो आपका बॉडी वेट खूब होना चाहिए, आपका फिजिक मतलब एज होता है उसका, करने को कोई भी कर सकता है बट फ़ायदा होता है। या अब उसके अलावा कुछ इवेंट्स, लेट्स से शूटिंग। अब शूटिंग में तो आपको फ़ोकस की ज़रूरत है, आपको इसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है कि आप जो है बहुत ज़्यादा, आपका बॉडी मास क्या है। और तो उनका इंटरेस्ट, दैट्स वन। दूसरा, एक बार उनको एथलेटिक्स अगर करना है तो उन्हें एक बार आप जहाँ भी आप रहते हैं उसके आस-पास किसी ग्राउंड में आप जाइए, कोचेज़ आजकल हर जगह होते हैं, उनसे आप एक बार कहिए कि हम स्पोर्ट्स शुरू करना चाहते हैं। कुछ दिन आप रनिंग करके, थ्रो करके एक बार देखिए, फिर आप तब डिसाइड कर लीजिए कि आपको कौन-सा इवेंट सूट करता है, आपके लिए अच्छा क्या रहेगा।
ओके मैम, मैं गोवा की हूँ मैम, गोवा में रहते हैं हम। तो लाइक यहाँ पे कहाँ पे जाना पड़ेगा मैम मुझे?
अच्छा, वहाँ पे गोवा की जो स्टेट फेडरेशन है, गोवा पैरा स्पोर्ट्स फेडरेशन है वहाँ पे।
ओके।
आप एक बार गूगल कीजिएगा, वहाँ पे आपको उस फेडरेशन के सारे मेंबर्स का नंबर भी मिलेगा।
ओके।
तो उन वो आपको जो नियर बाय स्टेडियम है आपका और जो सूटेबल कोचेज़ होंगे वो आपको बताएँगे। लास्ट ईयर गेम्स आपके नेशनल गेम्स गोवा में ही हुए थे, तो काफ़ी लोग
हाँ
वहाँ
ये।
गए थे।
हाँ।
अच्छा स्टेडियम है वहाँ पे।
हाँ यस मैम। मैम आपने क्या मतलब क्या टाइप के करके पैरा एथलेट?
एथलेटिक्स।
ओके, पैरा एथलेटिक्स।
हुँ,
ओके।
ठीक
यस
है।
मैम।
हुँ।
Ma'am, do you find any difference in terms of award money and fame for players with disabilities or players without disabilities?
एथलेटिक्स में तो नहीं है ऐसा, एटलीस्ट गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसीज़ में ये नहीं है। जो अवार्ड मनी नॉर्मल किसी प्लेयर को मिलती है वही पैरा स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन्स को भी मिलती है। कुछ स्टेट्स में, बिकॉज़ ये जो रिवॉर्ड पॉलिसीज़ होती हैं ये स्टेट बेस्ड होती हैं। तो दिल्ली के प्लेयर्स को दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट देगी, हरियाणा के प्लेयर्स को हरियाणा गवर्नमेंट। तो एम्प्लॉयमेंट पॉलिसीज़ डिफ़र करती हैं बहुत, बहुत सारे स्टेट्स में। इनफैक्ट एक स्टेट से दूसरे स्टेट में भी स्पोर्ट्स पॉलिसीज़ में बहुत डिफरेंस है। चाहे वो इन टर्म्स ऑफ मनी हो, इन टर्म्स ऑफ दूसरे इंसेंटिव्स हों, ये फ़र्क है। लेकिन रिवॉर्ड मनी में कोई अब मतलब काफ़ी कुछ काम हुआ है, मोस्टली इक्वल रहता है। सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट जो पैसा पीवी सिंधु के ओलंपिक मेडल पे देगी, वही पैसा प्रवीण कुमार के भी मेडल पे देगी। इट्स इक्वल। दूसरी चीज़ एक है जहाँ पे अ, थोड़ी-सी अभी हमें काम करने की ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है, वो ये है कि इन टर्म्स ऑफ रिकॉग्निशन पैरा स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन्स को अभी और बहुत कुछ करना है। जैसे स्पॉन्सरशिप्स जो होती हैं, बड़े-बड़े ब्रांड्स जो साइन करते हैं और अच्छी स्पॉन्सरशिप मिलती है दूसरे स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन्स को, वो अभी पैरा में उतना ज़्यादा एक्सपोज़र नहीं है। वहाँ पे दिखता है गैप। तो अभी आई थिंक अ, there is so much to do in that direction.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, do you have any idea about हरियाणा? मैम हरियाणा में कहाँ पे हैं ये सब, या वो भी गूगल पे ही चेक करें?
ये हरियाणा में तो बहुत सारे, हरियाणा तो स्पोर्ट्स में, पैरा स्पोर्ट्स में सबसे ज़्यादा अच्छा कर रहा है। आप कौन से कैटेगरी से हैं?
मैम पार्शली विजुअली इम्पेयर्ड हूँ मैम, मतलब
अच्छा,
पार्शली।
और कहाँ से, कौन से डिस्ट्रिक्ट से हैं आप हरियाणा में?
अंबाला से।
अंबाला। हरियाणा में उनकी स्टेट फेडरेशन भी है अच्छी। बाकी कुछ प्लेयर्स भी हैं। आप आई कैन शेयर देयर नंबर विद यू। आप एक बार जो ऑर्गेनाइजर्स हैं तरुषी या और जो मेंबर्स हैं इनसे आप नंबर शेयर कर लीजिएगा and then you can get in touch. I can share some numbers with you.
ओके मैम, तरुषी हैज माय नंबर मैम।
Okay,
No issues. I will be letting you know about that.
ठीक है, we can,
थैंक यू सिंह।
yeah.
Anyone having any question?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello, audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Ma'am, can you tell me about archery, where we can get the training for a person with low vision, and even for goal ball also?
Acha, for archery, it is yet to be introduced in India for visually impaired athletes at the professional level, I'm saying. Goal ball, you can, where are you from? We are training in Delhi and in Maharashtra. So there
In
are,
I'm in
it,
Bangalore.
you are in Bangalore. Okay, you can just search for Goalball Federation of India. Recently, they had their national tournament in Maharashtra, where
Okay,
teams from even from Karnataka came and they took part. So it's a
okay,
good game. You can, and why I'm saying time and again that you should, explore it on Google, because that has so much of information. You can just look for the Olympic tournaments एंड एक बार उसको देखिए आप कि किस तरीके से गेम को खेला जाता है, किस तरीके से उसमें क्या क्या चीज़ें रिक्वायर्ड होती हैं। उससे क्या होगा कि आप प्राइमरीली तैयार रहेंगे कि आपको क्या करना क्या है, एंड देन यू लुक फॉर द सूटेबल नंबर एंड स्टार्ट ट्रेनिंग।
हेलो मैम, आई एम ऑडिबल।
या यू आर ऑडिबल।
मैम मुझे स्विमिंग स्टार्ट करनी है, स्विमिंग सीखना स्टार्ट करना है।
हम्म
तो आपने जैसे आपने जैसे मुझे बताया, आपने जैसे अभी भी बताया था कि
हम्म
कोई भी स्विमिंग पूल में ट्राई कर सकते हैं।
हम्म।
तो हमने ऐसे पूछा था, पर वो सिखाने को रेडी नहीं थे।
अच्छा, आप कहाँ से
अ,
हैं?
मैं नागपुर, महाराष्ट्र।
अच्छा, महाराष्ट्र
एंड
में तो
आई
स्विमिंग का अच्छा वो है।
एम 100% ब्लाइंड।
अच्छा,
या
there was this girl from Maharashtra. She was the only woman from India जो totally blind भी थी। उसने काफी international medals जीते थे। कंचन, have you
हाँ,
heard of her?
आई हर्ड ऑफ हर, कंचनमाला।
हाँ, कंचन माला। So if
हाँ
possible you can get in touch with her also. She might help. Otherwise, देखिए ये इंडिविजुअली ऐसा हुआ होगा कि वो स्विमिंग पूल वाले वो बहुत हेजिटेंट होंगे बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम दे आर अफ्रेड।
हम्म,
आप अगर उनके साथ बेसिक में, क्योंकि अगर आप कहे सोचेंगे कि जैसे मैं जाके किसी फेडरेशन, खुद तो ट्रेनिंग नहीं कराती क्योंकि ट्रेनिंग हम सब अपने हिसाब से अपने कोचेस के साथ ही करते हैं। तो थोड़ा सा
हाँ
एक्सप्लोर आपको करना पड़ेगा कि आप जो है एटलीस्ट बेसिक जो स्विमिंग है वो किसी नॉर्मल स्विमिंग पूल में आप सीख पाएँ। फिर आप किसी कोच को हायर कर सकते हैं। तो अगर वो स्विमिंग पूल वाले नहीं सिखा रहे हैं तो अगर कोई और स्विमिंग पूल हो आपके आस-पास, या इवन उसी स्विमिंग पूल में दूसरे इंस्ट्रक्टर हो जिनको आप बताइए कि नहीं आप मुझे सिखाइए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, कोई इश्यू नहीं होगा,
अच्छा।
है ना?
और अगर वो नहीं मानते तो फिर?
नहीं मानते हैं तो आपको दूसरा स्विमिंग पूल चेक करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि देखिए इसमें क्या होता है कि वो मोस्टली मैंने जैसे कहा लोग डरते हैं। तो अगर आपके
हाँ
फैमिली में कोई आपके ब्रदर हो या कोई जो आप के साथ वहाँ रहें, जो इंश्योर कर सकें कि नहीं कोई बात नहीं, मैं हूँ यहाँ, कोई एक्सीडेंट नहीं
हाँ
होगा।
हाँ
थोड़ा-सा एफर्ट करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि जैसे मैंने कहा लोगों को अवेयरनेस नहीं है तो वो पहले ही डर जाते हैं कि अरे मैं अगर इनको सिखाऊँ, इन्हें कुछ हो गया तो मैं क्या करूँगा?
हाँ,
तो
सही बात।
वो प्रॉब्लम है थोड़ा।
अच्छा, थैंक यू।
जी।
Thank you,
हेलो
Mridul, for the
मैम।
question.
Hello, ma'am. I am working in Ministry of Home Affairs right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I also want to participate in Olympics games, and but I don't get proper time because of my job schedule.
Okay.
So how can I manage it? Like you are also teaching somewhere, and simultaneously you prepare for Olympic games also.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
would you please
So
guide?
yeah. So DOPT has some rules regarding this. तो दो चार चीजें हैं, देखिए, जब आप बड़े टूर्नामेंट्स के लिए जाते हैं, आपको ऑलरेडी डिपार्टमेंट्स जो है वो सैंक्शन करते हैं लीव्स। नाउ ट्रेनिंग के लिए जो रूटीन ट्रेनिंग्स होती हैं उनके लिए तो स्पेसिफिक कुछ ऐसा नहीं होता कि मतलब they would provide you with some relaxation that you can, then for the training and all. But in some, for example, I don't know personally, but there are some of my friends who are working in different banks. So some, most of them have, very good support from their organization. उन लोगों को सुबह मॉर्निंग में कुछ टाइम का रिलैक्सेशन, जब वो ट्रेनिंग करते हैं उसका भी। तो आप एक बार अपने डिपार्टमेंट से बात करेंगे कि जो स्पोर्ट्स कोटा के रिक्रूटमेंट से जो लोग आते हैं उन्हें प्रॉपर रिलैक्सेशन मिलता है, बट नाउ यू ऑल्सो वांट टू टेक पार्ट, एंड इफ you are winning medal in nationals or internationals, they understand it, तो वो आपको provide करेंगे। Otherwise, going by rules, DOPT also has specific regulations for those who take part in sporting tournaments, और मिनिस्ट्रीज ये बात जानती हैं, तो अगर आप उनको DOPT की रूल्स का भी बताएंगे, दे विल हेल्प यू, वो आपको सैंक्शन करेंगे लीव्स रिक्वायर्ड जो होंगी।
Also, ma'am, could you please provide any contact number of coach who is in Delhi who can assist me in practicing sports like swimming and
ओके, सो फॉर स्विमिंग, सिंस यू आर इन दिल्ली, तो दिल्ली में आप ताल कटोरा स्टेडियम जो है वहाँ पे स्विमिंग की ट्रेनिंग होती है, वहाँ आप जा सकते हैं। देर इज दिस पर्सन जो हेड करते हैं स्विमिंग, जो का पूरा जो इंडिया में पैरा स्विमिंग का जो डोमेन है, हिज नेम इज डबास, प्रोफेसर डबास। यू विल गेट हिज नंबर ऑन गूगल एज वेल। तो आप उनसे, यू कैन गेट इन टच विद हिम, एंड देन यू हैव दिस ताल कटोरा स्टेडियम इन दिल्ली वेयर दे ट्रेन एथलीट्स, पैरा स्विमर्स। वहाँ आप जाके आप ट्रेनिंग ले सकते हैं प्रॉपर।
ma'am, there is one also in model school cannot place.
हाँ,
Can I
यू
go
कैन,
there?
ऑफ कोर्स। देखिए, स्विमिंग जैसे मैंने कहा, बेसिक जब आप सीख लेंगे और आपको खास कोई कोच चाहिए होगा फॉर स्पेसिफिक ट्रेनिंग, जैसे हमारे पास भी एथलेटिक्स के लिए वी हैव आवर पर्सनल कोचेस, तो वो प्रोफेशनली जब आप करते हैं तो यू विल रिक्वायर कोच। अभी आप बेसिक क्योंकि खुद स्विमिंग सीखना चाहते हैं सिर्फ, तो you can join any swimming pool and ask them to help you, assist you a bit with the learning, basic learning। एक बार जब आपके पास वो basic आ जाएगा, then you can join any professional stadium or professional coach who can train you।
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
जी।
Thank you, Arjun, for the question. So, I would like to request that you guys can note down your questions and can write to us. We would connect those questions with ma'am and will give you the answers as we are running short of time. And what I have observed is swimming is a common query. So, yeah, I will be briefing about this, taking the insights from ma'am. And so, yeah, coming towards the end, thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us. And it was really a great experience knowing about these much of sports, games, and events. And you very clearly told about the potential which our community do have and different fields in which we can excel. And thank you so much, ma'am. I'm spellbound now. And talking about a few announcements, the visibility is coming with different courses. Either it be fundamental for the competitive exams, LaTeX, accessible maths, course about Excel, about advanced Excel, fundamentals of computers, how visually impaired can access desktops and laptops, and a few more courses regarding finance like tele, accounts, stock market, and in domain of marketing as well. We work for digital marketing and social media marketing, and so much more. So, we would request you all to connect with us on different social media platforms, either it be Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and do subscribe to our WhatsApp channel as well. And thank you for listening us with this patience and giving your time on Sunday. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you
Thank you
once
so
again, ma'am.
much, Tarushi. It was such a lovely session, and your questions were fabulous. The way you have moderated, conducted the session, it was fabulous. Thanks to you as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Our pleasure, completely our pleasure. So, thank you everyone for joining. I hope you enjoy your Sunday. Bye bye.
मला पण कॉन्फिडन्स आला बघा.